Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle Nielsen, and this is How You Level Up, a podcast where I ask questions to help you become your best self. What else about negotiation? What else is there to know? The art of negotiation has been written about by folks in business, art, and war, and while we have taken a look at negotiation from a holistic view, and we've considered some strategies and tactics in negotiation, there is still so much more to know. And for this reason, we have honorable mentions, mainly perspective, behaviors, and leverage. Perspective comes first, and here's why. Negotiators who attempt to see from their counterpart's view create more value and claim more value than those who do not. Perspective taking, which is not quite empathy, was associated with higher statistical outcomes of integrative agreements, meaning that taking the perspective of the other person you're negotiating with helps to achieve win-win outcomes and leads to better deals with joint gains. If you recall when we talked about perception before, perception is not objective reality. Conflicts within negotiation, then, are also not part of objective reality. They are only based in perception. For example, if you assume that there is a fixed pie at the negotiation table, you will presume that for everything you concede, for everything your counterpart takes, you lose a little. The objective reality is that there is a much wider pie than you normally perceive. This is perceptual contrast. This is relative judgment, meaning our judgment of one piece of the negotiation is influenced by what is around it. If you step into a negotiation with a customer about renewal and your pricing is user-based, well, if they say that they have less users this year, you might have the perception that your annual recurring revenue is going to decrease. This would be deadly if that's all you saw. So where is the wider pie in that situation? Well, is there an opportunity to partner with them on marketing campaigns? Is there an opportunity for you to be introduced to their clients or their peers? Is there an opportunity for them to purchase another product you sell? Is there an opportunity for you to help their business grow so that they hire more people and use more of your product in the future? Is there an opportunity for you to address some of their unspoken needs and increase this customer's lifetime value? The most successful approach to negotiation is to commit yourself to reach a solution based on win-win scenarios. This means seeking and uncovering interests and not sticking to positions. While doing this, you can be open to reason and closed to threats, because a constant battle for dominance threatens a potential relationship, while interest-focused negotiation protects it. In general, negotiation from a position is unwise, and it is likely your ego that will identify with the position. The more attention paid to positions, the less attention is devoted to the meeting and the underlying concerns of each party. In this, your perception is everything. Now, for behaviors, we're going to consider needs. As humans, we all have needs, and these 5 basic needs can be powerful in negotiations. They are security, economic well-being, a sense of belonging, recognition, and control over one's life. For negotiation's sake, the need for security might be job security, partnership security, and data or intellectual property security. The need for economic well-being might be revenue or a salary, a return on investment, or a physical feature like geographic location or structure. The need for a sense of belonging might be connection via culture, subculture, team dynamics, or a prestigious name. The need for recognition might be publicly celebrated successes, reception of rewards, or private and positive feedback. The need for control over one's life might be the encouragement of direction, the time and space to work on one's hobbies, the freedom to explore ideas, or the support of individual efficacy. When one of these needs is met, you will observe supportive behavior during negotiation, like non-judgmental descriptions of points in the negotiation, orientation to problems and their resolution, like disconnected expectations, spontaneity of ideas and solutions, empathy for your interests and others, and provisionalism, being of service during the negotiation. And when a need is not met, you will observe defensive behaviors during the negotiation, like evaluation of who is winning and who is losing on a specific point or holistically, likely to meet the need for security. Control strategies and tactics, likely to meet the need of control over one's life or to meet the need of a sense of belonging. Language based on certainty, likely to meet the need of economic well-being. And superiority, likely to meet the need of recognition. When these defensive behaviors are visible, the person you are speaking with might be in the fight, flight, or freeze response. If in the freeze response, typical behavior and tactics we've already talked about will look like the missing person, limited authority, stonewalling, or silence. If the flight response is active, typical behavior and tactics that we've discussed will look like disguising, topic jumping, deflecting, passive agreement, and evading. And if this person is in the fight response, typical behavior and tactics that we have talked about will look like passive-aggressive language, seeking to cause harm, bulwarism, intimidating, and belittling. These tactics and behaviors can be used by folks when not in the fight, flight, or freeze response, so it's best to look for clusters of behaviors, like looking for multiple tells during a poker game, to know what your counterpart is truly feeling. And your ability to notice behaviors will then provide you with leverage. Let's be upfront here. Leverage in negotiation is not about objective power. It's about situational advantage. True power is ambiguous and is interpreted differently by different individuals. Through appearance, posture, gesture, facial expression, mimicry, tone, and affect display, you can influence negotiation leverage. Through written negotiation, leverage can be signaled through words, punctuation, and emotions. Leverage in negotiation is grounded in perception and behaviors. Perception triggers behaviors and emotions related to fears and loss, or joy and excitement of what is to come. This is dynamic and can change in an instant. The party that thinks they have the most to lose from a no-deal outcome has the least leverage. The party that thinks they have the least to lose has the most leverage, and therefore advantage. To gain leverage, then, you must persuade your counterpart that they have something to lose should the deal fall through. To gain leverage against negotiation tactics that play a power game, that create pressure, that seek to trick you. Recognize the tactic, raise the issue explicitly, and question the tactic's legitimacy and value. Your leverage can be positive or negative. Positive leverage is needs-based. Negative leverage is threats-based. So your mission in a negotiation is to separate people from problems, negotiators from positions, and uncover the other party's interests so that you may find trade-offs that can be brought forward and discussed. For when mutual interests are uncovered, both parties stand to gain. And now, what's left for you to think about for negotiation? Well, I've placed a number of books in the show notes should you desire more information. And I wish you all the best in your negotiations. You got this. Thank you for listening to another episode. If you're enjoying the show, open up the app you're listening to this on and hit the like or subscribe button and give a 5-star rating. At least twice a week, you'll find a new episode asking you a new question, so you can strengthen your emotional independence, improve your communication skills, and upgrade your personal philosophy. So if there's a question you'd like me to dive into next, send it to any of these social media accounts connected in the show notes here. This is all about how you level up.